Silence is a source of great strength. Hi, that's me. I'm Senna and I'm an introvert. What comes to your mind when you hear the word introvert? You might think of someone who's shy, quiet, not confident, don't take risks, a bit depressed, or don't like people in general, etc. Well, these are the popular myths of introverts that many people believe in, at least according to the internet. Some people might fit into a few of these aspects of introverts, or might fit into all of them, or none of them. I guess what I want to say is that every introvert's experience is different and unique. To show you what it's like for me to be an introvert, I decided to create a video, and this is going to be a real day in the life of an introvert. Yep, it looks like I'm gonna stay at home all day today. You see, I'm a single guy who lives in Japan, so I hardly eat breakfast with others. But don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to avoid others to spend time in solitude. In fact, I prefer having meals with good company in a small group rather than eating alone. I guess social belonging is a fundamental human need, and it is in our DNA, even for an introvert like myself. What I mean by good company is the people that I can talk about anything with, without the feeling of being judged about my perspectives and opinions. If not, I would choose to eat by myself because I don't feel the need to be with others when I know I have to pretend to be someone else around them. I get bored of small talk. I don't know why, but I've always felt this way about having shallow conversations that seem rather meaningless. For me, discussion about the weather, food, clothes, what was on TV is something that everyone can join in, but the subject is pointless. Don't get me wrong though, I love talking to people and getting to know them deeply, but I just hate small talk because I feel like it creates a barrier between us because small talk keeps the conversation on the surface. When I feel that I'm having long small talk with someone, I don't learn anything about them at the end of the conversation. Then what kind of conversational topics am I really interested in? Well, to be honest, I'm open to any type of conversation that we can get to know about our opinions and perspectives, but I'm particularly interested in psychology and any kind of topics that make us think about why we do what we do, or why we think the ways that we do in life. This is probably one of the reasons why I don't have many friends, because I've always felt that it's extremely difficult to come across people who are interested in the same topics that I want to discuss. And I guess people find me a bit too much because it seems that my way of thinking is not that common when it comes to how people interact with each other in the society. I mean, I would be a social butterfly if we lived in a world where we often talk about things like, what's the meaning of life? Why do we put so much importance on what we do for work rather than how we live our life? Why do we tend to complain about our life situation when in fact we have a roof over our heads and have clean water to drink and things to eat all the time, etc.? But all of us know that this is not the reality, so I just have to live with it. I'm sorry that I went off track, but my point is that I would rather spend time by myself if I didn't have good company around. So I'm sure you can see that I spend most of my time by myself here in Japan. If you have ever seen my other vlogs, then I'm known to be a guy who never wants to step outside his home on the weekends. You might ask me this question: don't you feel really bored and lonely by the way that you live your life? Well, if I were in my living room only talking to myself all the time and constantly thought about my life like how I normally do on a daily basis, then I would probably go insane in the long run. But fortunately, for now, I have my YouTube community to share my opinions and perspectives that may resonate with some people on the internet. So I've never felt like my life is neither boring nor lonely. That said, I want to thank you very much for clicking on this video. because I wouldn't be here without each and every one of you. I currently work full-time at a Japanese company as what we Japanese like to call ourselves as salaryman. However, my mindset when it comes to work might not be like typical Japanese people. I think of work as an RPG game where I play a completely different role of a character who gets things done in the most efficient and effective way without passion and emotions, which I define as professionalism. This is definitely against my values in character, as I love doing things with passion or that I can devote my soul to. At work, I have to do many things that I dislike, such as talking to many people every day, meeting deadlines, getting told off about making mistakes, doing things that I feel unnecessary, pretending to be an extrovert in the office when all I want to do is to stay at home, etc. However, I just feel like I can be more creative by doing something that is against my values, because going up against my values makes me question why I do what I do on a daily basis. This way, my creativity gets filled up with emotions such as loss, disparity, stress, and confusion. Then I can turn my creativity into happiness, hope, love, and excitement by sharing my perspectives and opinions on YouTube. Man, I really do sound insane, but I have no shame about it. This is the reason why my daily 9 to 5 job is really important to me. It's okay if you can't understand me, because a lot of times I don't even understand myself. During the day, I like doing activities that don't involve being surrounded by many people or too much socializing with strangers. This is probably why I've never liked being in a super crowded city like Tokyo. No offense to people who live there, because there are too many people in a place that I feel suffocated every time when I visit there. I would feel so satisfied with talking to someone that I love about anything at a cafe on a Saturday afternoon, drinking coffee and eating tiramisu or something. It's getting late. We might become super hungry that we'll talk about where we want to have dinner or places that we want to go after having dinner. But even if you decide to introduce me to your friends that I don't know anything about over dinner spontaneously, or like to go to places that are loud or out of my comfort zone, I would definitely be there with you, because what I value the most is to spend my time with you that I care for, and I feel happy by seeing you be excited about things that you love. But you also need to understand that I may want to leave you and your friends early. It's not because I don't like spending time with you and your friends, but I recharge my energy by spending time by myself in a quiet place. Some people gain energy by being outside like a solar battery that gains energy under the sun. And an introvert like myself recharges energy by staying at home like a phone battery that is connected to a charger. All of us are different, and you need to understand that the way I recharge my energy is okay. I will let you come with me if you want to, but you'll have to leave me alone to do whatever I like, such as staring at my laptop, writing my scripts, editing my YouTube videos, or reading quietly, because these things are really important to my well-being. That's the end of the video today. I hope you got to understand what it's like for me to be an introvert. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, because when you hit the like button, the YouTube algorithm helps my channel grow and reach people who are interested in the topics that I discuss on my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing. Then I will keep striving to create videos that are worth your time. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later. Bye!